The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Chen Wei placed both hands flat on the obsidian table. Around her, representatives from 47 species watched with varied expressions of concern, curiosity, and in some cases, barely concealed smugness. "Let me understand this correctly," Chen said, her voice calm despite the tremor of anger beneath. "The Krell Dominion attacks our colony on Proxima III, kills 17,000 civilians, and your proposed resolution is that humanity should cede the system entirely. Supreme Arbiter Vox, then, a towering crystalline being whose species had mediated galactic disputes for 3 millennia, resonated with what the translation matrix rendered as diplomatic patience. Ambassador Chen, the Council has reviewed all evidence. The Proxima system lies within what the Krell consider their historical expansion zone. Your species colonized it merely 2 centuries ago. After it sat empty for 8,000 years, Chen countered. Irrelevant, hissed the Krell representative, Ambassador Thrazkor, his scaled hide rippling with colors that denoted absolute certainty. Ancient star charts prove Krell explorers surveyed that region first. Your species should have consulted proper records before settling. Chen looked at each council member in turn. The Viridian Collective, the Ashtar Commerce League, the Silicon Communes. All ancient civilizations who had divided the galaxy among themselves long before humanity had even discovered fire. Their faces, appendages, and energy fields all conveyed the same message. Accept the ruling or be branded aggressors. And if we refuse? Chen asked quietly. Voxthen's crystalline structure pulsed with warning colors. Then humanity would stand in violation of the Galactic Concordat. Trade sanctions would follow, possibly military intervention to restore order. Military intervention, Chen repeated, her lips curving into something that wasn't quite a smile. Against a species that you yourselves classified as barely space-capable just 300 years ago? Do not test the Council's patience, human, Thrazkor growled. Your kind are newcomers here. Children playing with fusion drives. Accept your place. Chen stood slowly, gathering her data tablets. I need to consult with my government. We'll reconvene in 72 hours with our response. See that you make the wise choice, Vox then chimed. The galaxy has enjoyed 10,000 years of peace. We would hate for humanity's stubbornness to disrupt that. 72 hours later, Chen returned to the council chamber, but this time she wasn't alone. Behind her stood Admiral James Kurosawa, commander of the Terran Defense Fleet, and Dr. Sarah Okonkwo, humanity's foremost xenotechnology researcher. Ambassador Chen, Vox then began, has your government reached a decision? We have, Chen confirmed. She activated a holographic display at the center of the chamber. But first, we'd like to share some information the Council may find relevant. The display showed a star map of the galaxy, with thousands of points highlighted in red. Murmurs rippled through the assembled aliens. What is the meaning of this? Demanded Thrazkor. These are human listening posts, Admiral Kurosawa explained, his voice carrying the weight of absolute certainty. Established over the past 50 years throughout unclaimed regions of space. We've been watching, learning, preparing. The next image showed detailed schematics of Krell warships, Viridian defense stations, and Ashtar trade routes, all annotated with tactical assessments and vulnerability analyses. How did you? A Viridian representative began, their bioluminescence flickering with alarm. We're a curious species, Dr. Okonkwo interjected. While you were comfortable in your ancient peace treating us as primitive newcomers, we were studying everything. Your technologies, your military doctrines, your political structures. She smiled coldly. Did you know your ships still use the same shield frequency algorithms you developed 6,000 years ago? Very stable, very predictable. Voxthen's crystalline form darkened. This is espionage. A violation of the Concordat? Chen interrupted. The same Concordat you just used to justify theft of our colony? The same document that apparently doesn't protect our citizens from mass murder. She leaned forward. Here's what's going to happen. The Krell will withdraw from Proxima III. They will pay reparations for every life taken, and the Council will officially recognize humanity's right to that system, and any other unclaimed territory we choose to settle. Thrazkor's hide flushed with rage colors. And if we refuse? You cannot threaten the entire galaxy. Can't we? Admiral Kurosawa activated another display. This one showed something that made even the ancient species recoil: a massive fleet of human warships, thousands strong, using drive technologies that shouldn't exist. While your civilization stagnated in comfortable peace, we evolved through endless conflict. We fought ourselves through 2 world wars, countless regional conflicts, and survived our own nuclear age. We've made an art form of warfare. In the past century alone, Dr. Okonkwo continued, we've advanced our military technology at a rate that took your species millennia to achieve. We've weaponized technologies you use for mining. We've miniaturized destructive capabilities you thought impossible. And we've done it all while you dismissed us as children. The council chamber erupted in alarmed chatter. Species that had barely communicated in centuries suddenly found common cause in their fear. You wouldn't dare attack the council, Vox then stated, though uncertainty now colored their resonance. Attack? Chen raised an eyebrow. Ambassador, we're not the aggressors here. We're simply making our position clear. The Krell attacked our people. You endorsed it through inaction. Those days are over. She walked slowly around the chamber, meeting the gaze, or equivalent sensory organ, of each representative. Here's what frightens you. Not our weapons. Not our ships. It's that you finally understand what humanity is. We're not peaceful because we're enlightened. We're not cooperative because we're wise. For the past 300 years, we've been peaceful because we were weak and we knew it. The silence was absolute now. But we're not weak anymore, Admiral Kurosawa said softly. And unlike your civilizations, we remember what it means to fight. We're very, very good at it. Chen returned to her position at the table. The council has 72 hours to accept our terms. Withdraw from Proxima III, reparations, recognition of our territorial claims, and one more thing, a permanent seat on this council with full voting rights. This is extortion, a dozen voices protested simultaneously. No, Chen corrected. This is negotiation. You're just not used to anyone having leverage against you. She smiled, and this time there was nothing diplomatic about it. Here's the difference between humanity and the rest of you. You've forgotten how to be dangerous because you've been safe for so long. We never had that luxury. Every predator on our world taught us to fight. Every war we survived made us stronger. Every time we faced extinction, we adapted. She gathered her materials once more. 72 hours, Supreme Arbiter. Choose wisely, because if peace talks fail this time, the galaxy will learn what humans are really capable of when we stop being polite. As the human delegation left the chamber, Vox then dimmed to their darkest shade, a color that hadn't been seen since the ancient wars that had birthed the council itself. They're bluffing, Thrazakor insisted, though his hide colors betrayed his uncertainty. Are they? The Viridian representative whispered. Look at their history. Look at what they did to themselves before they even left their planet. Now imagine what they'll do to us. The council convened an emergency session that lasted 31 hours. They reviewed every scrap of intelligence about humanity, every intercepted communication, every analysis of human psychology and strategic thinking. In the end, the vote was unanimous. 71 hours and 43 minutes after the human delegation departed, Ambassador Chen received a formal message. The Krell would withdraw. Reparations would be paid. Territorial rights would be recognized. And humanity would receive their council seat. When the news reached Earth, there were celebrations. But in the council chamber, there was only a new and unfamiliar sensation spreading among the galaxy's ancient powers. Fear. Because for 10,000 years, they had forgotten a simple truth that humanity never had the luxury to forget. Peace doesn't come from councils and concordats. It comes from mutual respect born of mutual capability for destruction. The galaxy had wanted to keep humanity in their place. Instead, they had awakened something they didn't understand and couldn't control. A species that had survived by learning to be the most dangerous thing in any room they entered. The age of comfortable, unchallenged peace was over. The age of genuine diplomacy, backed by genuine consequences, had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.